But Telephone, you know, you see a lot of non-binary representation in speed game, like Games Done Quick, for example. For sure. I think you can just type transgender pride without a space, right? And yeah, and it'll be tags. That's another really good point. But yeah, and I guess to Thelfon's message, it's very true that certain games, you know, are drawn, or people are drawn towards it who are more engaged in the queer community. I mean, like Hades, I think, was the game that I was playing that got me in with the right crowd, because Hades has a lot of good representation for non-binary, for, I think there are potentially some trans characters in the game, but definitely a lot of queer representation in general, which is awesome. So it definitely got me off the right foot, or onto the right foot, in terms of who I've interacted with over my time on Twitch, which is fantastic. So that's definitely important to me. Awesome, there we go. In your case, though, when you weren't referring to a specific game as much as speedrun community in general, that is true. For sure, yeah. No, the Games Done Quick community has always been really focused on inclusivity. For queer community, as well as like female gamers in general and stuff like that, they've always done a really good job at making sure to make people feel heard and included, which is awesome. Because that's always been a pretty big problem in the gaming community. So I'm glad that we're slowly moving away from that, and people have realized that there's no reason to be complete assholes all the time, and instead you can make friends with tons of incredible people across the board in every spectrum and regard here. Oh geez Louise. But you know, I was making lots of jokes earlier about blaming the heat and stuff, but it is getting real steamy in here. Jeez Louise. Ooh, hopefully good old Callie Mary here is gonna do alright. If a transphobe comes to your stream, you have a 3-step process: roast and ratio, memorialize in game, ban. Perfect. That's the spirit. I've been very lucky that I haven't had to deal with, I don't think I've ever had anyone come into chat and be any kind of like queerphobic or sexist, but I think that, or at least not, should maybe clarify, we've had some maybe subtle sexism for sure, where people don't think they're being sexist, but I would argue that I know my partner might feel uncomfortable, so that's pretty huge. A huge no-no on my list. But in general, I've been really fortunate. I think I've had one YouTube comment that tried to just mention like, oh, you know, you shouldn't have a queer flag in the background because that's gonna make you not as popular, and if you ever want to get big, you're gonna have to take that down. I know you don't think that's a political statement, but it is. And I just went off on them a little bit about how like, no, it is a political statement, and I'm glad if people decide they don't want to watch because of it, because screw them. Why would I have a problem with these horrible people not hanging out in our lovely community? And then something I wish I'd said that has definitely kind of clarified itself in my head after the fact is the simple fact that taking it down would also just be a political statement, because then I'm saying that I'm okay compromising my morals and, you know, the thoughts and understandings I want to put out there just for popularity. So that's kind of a red flag in its own right, in my opinion. Exactly, Thelfon. Oh no, there'll be fewer terrible people here. Whatever will I do? Right? It's the nightmare situation where people I would never want to hang out with won't hang out with me. Oh shucks, dang. What a shame. Oh, my ogre friend. And we're gonna be just a wee bit cheesy here, don't mind me. Fortunately, this son of a gun is healing up faster than I would like, but there we go, fantastic. All I need is some deep water, and that does it. But Jenny, you'd respond with, that's crazy, I don't remember asking. Hell yeah, I love that, dude. That's fantastic. Wet towel in the neck, cooling life hack. That's a good idea, save it. Definitely after stream, that's going to be my first go-to, I think. I also don't like having a fan in here because I don't want to, you know, provide too much audio noise in the background, especially for people who are a bit more sensitive to disruptive noise and sounds and stuff. But that's going to be also my game plan as soon as we finish up today, is I'm just going to plop down right in front of it and let it just breathe right in my face. Open window behind me, fan in front of me. I've always heard about the hack of putting like a bag of ice behind your fan, and it makes sense from a physics standpoint, but I've never actually tried it out. Might be the time. Didn't notice the flag in the background until you mentioned it. Nice. See, that's what I'm kind of hoping for. I don't like to bring attention to it too much because it's not meant to, you know, be like, oh, I'm such a good person because I support queer rights. It's meant to just be a sign that makes people know that they can be comfortable and they don't need to worry about, you know, dumbasses ruining their day just because they want to check out a streamer they like. I think we originally put it up just on, it was like Pride Month, not the most recent one, but the year before. And I was like, oh yeah, heck yeah, let's do some representation here and get some hogs going for the queer community. And then it's stuck around ever since because I just really enjoy having it, and I like the conversation that it's fostered with all the folks. Also, I'm Canada, it's impossible to be hot. Dang it, save it's on to me. I'm actually just a shill for the global warming conspiracy because, of course, I'm actually just hanging out in my igloo. My pet polar bear is just chilling outside. I mean, how could I possibly be overheating if my polar bear is still chilling, you know what I mean? New race idea, morphing blob, just turns into slightly stronger versions of any weapon they eat and can swap between them for 3 or so turns. Oh, that's super interesting. So, let's see. You'd eat weapons and then you'd temporarily, I guess, morph into them. Or you'd swap between anything you ate, so you are what you eat, huh? It's interesting for sure, I like it. Actually, just on the... before we get too far off the topic of kind of exclusionary gaming and stuff like that, that's a huge thing that I've always had a lot of appreciation for, like, the D&D community for. I've loved how accepting and open-minded the D&D community is. I mean, it makes a lot of sense because when you're role-playing, you want to play a role that you're comfortable with. And if that means that you can finally step outside of, like, gender binary that you've been forced to conform with all your whole life, then that is absolutely fantastic. So I definitely... that's a huge part of why I love the D&D community, is that it's super inclusionary and very much stresses the fact. It would work with ranged weapons as well, but it's a cast and would cause loss to MP. Nice, yeah, it's definitely an interesting idea. Oh. Jeez Louise. Okay, kids. Whenever you see a jib, step 1, check what kind of wand they're carrying. Step 2, if it's acid, run. Run for your very life, you fool. Lie, you fools. Oh, geez Louise. There's a game that kind of works like that, where you play a robot and get parts that you attach and use up over time. Is it Ivan? Oh, Ivan doesn't sound quite right to me, but I think, yeah, Ninth was playing that for a while. Huh. Did they get nerfed in Trunk? Oh, right, I heard about that. And yeah, Rubbery, Cogmind. I think Thelpon confirm, obviously, because you're the one who was trying to come up with it. But that's what I was thinking of, is Cogmind. Definitely follows the description of you're getting parts that have durability and you lose over time. But okay, I'm going to switch over to net. 56% chance to hit. Oh my gosh, they missed us with acid. Jeez Louise. Okay. I need to go max range. A jib? Hello? Huh. Well, I don't really want to go around the corner. Can I, like, shout? Will you notice me, senpai? Please? Oh, you're dead. Oh, cool. Okay, never mind. That's awesome. But grinder. Resistant to poison? That's gonna be a no from me, dog. Let's get the heck out of Dodge, shall we? Oh, that's all we can explore. Oh, let's head to different stairs, shall we? There we go. Oh gosh, we left you behind. Oh me, oh my. Where did it all go so wrong? Okie dokie. Well, we're gonna have to deal with this fool, it looks like. It did a slightly less damage with acid before, slightly. It was like a 2 damage nerf or something. Yay! But Cogmine is a cool mechanic with the constantly evolving skills and abilities, weapons, because those are basically your HP pool. It's brutal, but you like the idea, right? And it's definitely a unique approach, a unique perspective to take on the genre, which is awesome. Katamari doesn't lose, that's the spirit. Yeah, you think it's changed from using D8s to D7s? Oof. So still can pack a bit of a punch, but oh gosh, 71%. It's got to hit one of these times. There we go. Switch to dagger and constrict the heck out of you. Fantastic. Now we can finish exploring this floor before we panic and move on. We do have OTR up and running, so I'm hoping that once we get past the ridiculous amount of undead that we've been running into as of late, we'll be in a pretty good spot. Let's check it out. Is there a grinder for trans people? I think there is, and I've heard of a good dating app before, but I'm blanking on its name now. I mean, I'm sure you could look it up. There's basically a dating app for any community out there, which is awesome. Especially with how prevalent that is becoming. Dating apps in general are becoming as the method for people meeting each other. Jeez, hit me 3 times, huh? Well, not this stairwell, apparently. Let's get the heck out of there. Jabast 1 down from 3d12 to 3d9. Oh, so that's appreciable. That's like, yeah, 9 damage through 9. Some fetish size trans fuel, though. Very true. Yeah, that's a great point. So average of 4.5 damage reduction. Yeah, not too bad. Does he always have an acid wand? Oh gosh, could you imagine? No, fortunately not. Which is especially fortunate. There's one of the dungeon sprints. You always... Thanks for the clarification, Rubbery. I definitely knew what you meant, because I know that you're a pretty solid person across the board. Assume you wouldn't suddenly come out here with hot takes about being terrible. Or terrible hot takes, I should say. But yeah, no, there's a dungeon sprint where you have a Jib in a first room every single time, and it is already a nightmare, because basically if a Jib has Ice Blast, Acid, or Mind Burst, just give up. Your character's about to die. They're level 1 base background equipment, pretty much gonna die every time, unless you're a troll berserker. But geez. You can try signing a Megalo if you don't know how to do it. I'm in the same boat, Jenny. I have no idea how to do any Twitch stuff, really. I'm very much a spectator on Twitch. I generally just lurk in the background when I do watch other people. And I'm new to the platform, or fairly new to the platform in general, and I don't spend a lot of time, so no clue. This channel doesn't have that emote, Jenny. Oh, okay, so that one's a channel specific. Is it because it's like an extension thing, or... Yeah, see, I didn't realize the change between channels either. This is informative for me. But Rubber, you like your takes like you like your baths? Comfortably warm? I can get behind that. I feel ya. Okay, let's poison this sucker. Get them into close quarter combat with me. And there we go. Slightly terrifying, but only slightly. We got there in the end. Everything's nice and castable. No spellbooks this time around, at least relative to the last run where they were just coming at us hard and fast, but I guess it is what it is. Jeez Louise. Oh, holy cow, we have a protection ring. Put that on. Didn't you tell me? Yeah, Megalow's a better Twitch TV extension thing, you think? Oh, okay, that makes sense. You gotta go, Jenny. Stay poggers. You as well. Thanks again for coming and hanging out, Jenny. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed for sure. But I definitely enjoyed getting some interaction with you and hope you have a fantastic week here. Hope to see you again soon. Thanks again so much for dropping on by. There we go. See you on YouTube. Sounds good. I'll see you around. And if you ever start streaming through your PS4, let me know. But when you're not sure how it looks on PS4, you know, on PC there's a little smiley face next to where you type and it shows all the emotes. Yeah, it's definitely the only way that I go about emotes, because I never trust myself to type them out since I have no idea what I'm doing. But okay, Killer Bee Zombie, probably gonna kill us. 8 damage. Feels a lot higher than that. Tell you that for free. But we'll risk it, I guess. Take a few slashes. Now with the protection ring, we had slightly better odds, so I felt a bit more comfortable going forward with that. Fantastic. Guess same with you. Oh no, now I've gone too comfortable and I'm gonna start just blasting my way at every enemy. Like, I can take them. And just come get in within range of my tentacles and see what happens. You know, there's the whole bit where your fists are... This is Frank and this is their cousin Vinny and it's time for a family reunion. Octopus or Octopodes also do that bit, but it comes out a bit clumsier because they have to take a long time introducing the family, as it were. So, you know, it doesn't quite hit as hard, but they get there for sure. It's the problem with Venom Mage, eh? Yep. But the flip side is that if we can get through this on our Venom Mage, then we'll be in a very nice spot for the mid to late game, especially if we can find Ignite Poison and everything truly just takes off from there. It's going to be a thing of beauty. That's the dream, at least. Okay, well, that's quite the temple. I guess Vehement is still here. Sif is here. Thanks, Robert, for the reminder. If I'd missed the temple, I thought I was going to run away from it. Hey, you would have been right a lot of the time. When I'm on full autopilot mode, I don't see anything in my surroundings. So thanks for the reminder just in case. So do we go with Vehement again? Or do I switch it up? Maybe go with Sif this time. That guarantees us statue form at some point. Or storm form. If we're going, yeah, storm form unarmed, full combo. We'll get Storm / Statue form and Manifold Assault guaranteed with Sif. So I'm definitely leaning towards that. Could go with Gozag, but I mean, I can always go with Gozag. Never a problem for me. So for that very reason in this series, I try to stray away from them a little bit. I promise we beat the dancing Octopode. Are you thinking like Uskaya for that? Oh, jeez. Same praise goes, eh? Greed is good, baby. Greed is good. But yes, where do we land save it? Because we could be the dancing Octopode, but then maybe we won't get the storm form. So, I think we might stick with the caster gods for at least one more run here and then start to get a little wacky with it. If I don't want to repeat Vey and don't want to go that again, Fedhead is nice for anyone with range tech. Yeah, right, we had a couple attempts throughout the series with Fedass and nothing's really stuck or taken in. I think I might go with Sif just because I want to guarantee a certain repertoire of spells. So I definitely appreciate all the ideas. Keep them coming at any time. But for now, let's go with Sif and see if we can make it work, shall we? Water Moccasin Skeleton, no problem, perfect, just like I expected. I was not scared, not even for a moment. It's better if you know you'll have the range though, yeah, for sure. Right, because yeah, unfortunately, if we just never get the spells, then what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do with all that? Okie dokie. What do I do with you, friend? 3 damage and extra acid. Perfect. They miss us. That's all I wanted. And okay, we create a gap and get the heck out of dodge. We really are just finding all of the poison resistant / poison immune enemies here on our Venom Mage run, eh? How about that? But hey, as long as we survive, it's not the end of the world. Maggie the Vainglorious. Hey, Maggie. Bolt of Fire is gonna hit like a freaking truck. We do have a Ring of Fire, so there's that. Otherwise, 60 health. I mean, despite me putting some thought into this, obvious answer, do not fight Maggie in this situation. But, on a more fun note, maybe I could fight Maggie? We have See Invisible. Ooh, and this ends up being outside of Maggie's sight as well. Fantastic. Have to step through once here, but that's fine. We'll come back for you later, Maggie. Don't go anywhere. Scene of Sec. And perfect. Murphy's Law says we get statue form in a book right now, right if we decide sip. Yeah. Without when you play Trunk too much, can't watch me walk away with a jelly adjacent. That was like 3 deaths in a row on Trunk. I definitely feel you there. Don't worry, when we end up updating, you'll see that happen in real time on my end as well, as I completely forget that that's how the new game works and get myself killed off in all sorts of fun and exciting, stupid ways. Stay tuned for that. Remember, you play too many Minotaurs, you start salivating once you saw Maggie's broadaxe. As a big fan of axes in general in the game, I can definitely feel you on that one. But okay, Ring of Evasion. That's not bad. Any defensive capabilities, like more AC rings is what I'm definitely wishing for, even more so, but I'll take whatever I can get my tentacles on here, as it were. I don't mind that one bit. Do we try and fight you again, my friend? Resistant to poison. I'm guessing resistant to acid. I think I saw it there. Yeah, immune to acid. How about that? And also, for good measure, let's check you out one more time. 16 health. So I only have to hit you a few times with my dagger and you're probably dead. But we saw how well that went last time. So maybe we won't worry about it for now. Also, look how sneaky we are. The sneakiest of boys here on our Octopode. And there we go. We ended up getting forced into a bit more of a fighting situation, and turns out, not too shabby. I'm happy with that. Again, if we didn't have this AC ring, plus the evasion ring helping out in the background, this would all be a heck of a lot worse. Also, don't know why I'm still tabbing towards enemies. Whoops. Javelins and stabbing. Even for this character here. Definitely at least think about it. I mean, that's the good path to take when you start off with Brigand, for sure. Just try and up into the stealth / throwing game as much as you possibly can. I think I can kill Prince Ribbit with poison. Just poison the ever-living crap out of you. And, yeah, that should be good. Heck yeah. But your thing versus the jelly resin overall? Ah, yes. That makes sense. We do have javelins, right. How to forget about that. Just poison the crap out of these kids real quick, but I guess fortunately we made it through anywho. And now I'm feeling even more so happy that we decided to go with Sith Muna, seeing as how we haven't gone a single spellbook. Not even like the spellbook that I want desperately, but just in general. There's nothing. Torinski, Ring of Fire. Take it off when you're done. No way should I be fighting a white imp with vulnerability to cold. Oof. Well, that was almost very rough, but we're back in it. Back on the road here. Let's keep it moving. You know, I'm really curious what the prerequisites for magical items are in this game, because I've heard some people like to come up with fan theories and stuff for rings. You know, you only have 2 rings because it's too much power. If you put 2 rings on one hand, it's, you know, gonna blow your hand off or something like that, which I've always liked the logic for. But my question for the audience then is, why can't my Octopode put my tentacles into a pair of boots or a pair of gloves? And we're gonna say that, you know, mechanical reasons and balance is not an acceptable answer. I need thematic, in-universe answers only. Now, why, oh why, would that not be a thing? Also, holy moly, when I do accidentally just tab into an enemy, it kinda just works sometime. How about that? Constriction is one heck of a drug. Gosh darn it, it just continues. My oh my. You know what? we're ignoring you. I'm out. I'm outie. Let's head back up. Pretty sure it's just a D&D-ism to only get 2 rings. Well, yeah, right. I think that we can agree with that there. But you can always come up with little headcanon ways as to why things work out in such a way. So this is a totally separate white pack up here. Very cool. That's not at all making me terrified for our future here. I guess maybe we skip D8 entirely. Boots are too comfy. Squid would just want to live in them forever. Ah, so it's more of a motivational thing. That makes sense. That tracks. Do you think boots would be effective armor if you were just stuffing tentacles in? Probably not so much on the armor side. I mean, riddle me this. If my octopus has to crawl across a field of glass, lugging boots, though slowing me down, seems like the way to go. Octopode doesn't wear multiple pairs of boots because it doesn't wear them on the tentacles at all. Puts them on its head. It can only have a single boot. And another white pack. Oh, gee. Oh, golly. What luck. Well, this character was destined to always, I guess, struggle in life. But hey, that just makes the victory that much sweeter at the end of the day. So, so come at me, dungeon. Bring your worst. And watch what happens. Your question is, why can't you use Bardines? Slip them on like a corset? Yeah, I don't see the problem there. But I feel like aside from the armor benefits, like what causes you to engage with the magical aspects of something like a boot, right? Because if it's just having anything in them, then we can get all sorts of creative with how you wear your boots. But if it's something to do with how the toes engage with the magical molecules, the midichlorians, as it were, then maybe that means something. And isn't it just a big ring? See? Checkmate, DCSS devs. Get at Ramalama there. Riddle me this. No, I'm on the same page, Ramalama. I think you get this. You get it, rather. Ooh, Amulet of Regen, though. Don't mind if I do. That's fantastic. And turns out D9 way easier than D8. For this character in particular, at least. Just wait for us to see what we face off here, and I'm sure I will immediately regret my confidence in any decisions I made in that regard, but until that moment. Oh right, that's my bad, rubber chicken. Of course, it was the squidichlorians. Yes, yes. Quite. 200 quite recklessly. You're not fast, right? You are fast. I've made a terrible mistake. Well, let's just chug something down, I guess. Potion of Curing, perfect. This is not danger floor, so I can head up here. Lovely, glad I remembered that. And let's just get the heck out of there. Turns out, the first few centaur zombies that we fought, and just no problems whatsoever, way easier. Jeez Louise. 12 damage and kick, I guess that's fair. It's unlikely you kill me, so I'm just gonna head up. Perfect. Never a doubt in my mind, of course. Let's head back to this stairwell here, and once more with feeling, or not. I have no idea where our friend went. Nope. I can wait for another day. Another day, another dawn. Oh gosh, I'm confused. Let's not stumble around next to the door. That seems like a recipe for disaster. Fortunately, merfolk didn't wake up either, so it just works. Okay, come on. There we go. Finally got it through. Yeah, that early condenser vein is pretty sweet for sure. Very happy with that. And here we go. Now this is my type of pack. Whites, step aside. Yaks, though? Don't get me started on the yaks. Heck yeah. And then immediately see a shadow from around the corner that we're just going to promptly ignore and walk the other direction. Still, nothing can stop me now. We are positive vibes only. Yak pack down. Feeling good. Feeling great, dare I say. Let's keep that energy going here, Dr. Calimari, whatever we're calling you. I guess it's all out the window now. First of all, it's a name, and names can be pronounced however you decide. But second of all, we spelt it wrong anyway, so who the heck knows what we're doing with life. But okay, this is a problem. Shadow's just wandering around the level. Eventually it's going to get us into trouble. Oof. What do I do with you, my friend? The dungeon really do just be throwing all of its undead at us today. Oh, and you saw us this time. Cool, cool, cool. We have seen visible at least, so we don't have to deal with the extra damage. What else can we do though? We have Ice Blast, we have Acid. You have 24 health. Hey, my friend. So if I go with the Acid route, oh wait, of course, yeah, I cannot reach you. That's fair. Let's start with Fire Wand. Acid, 71% chance to hit. Please work. It does work. Let's pair on with an Ice Blast and finish you off ourselves. Perfect. Or did we spell it right? DLSbrain.jpg. That's exactly it. You know, I was hoping someone in chat would be as five-head as me and realize the true plan at play here. And I can always count on someone, one of you lovely folks, coming up with it, because that is 100% correct, totally intentional too, of course. Nailed it right on the head there. Okay, but let's just cheese the heck out of this centaur zombie. I ain't having none of this today. One more time. Yeah. Perfect. Do you want an encore? Do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys for one last time. I need you all to roar. Yeah. Okay, and this looks like entrance lair. Plus, I see a spell book. It's the start of something new. And it feels so right to be here with you. Let's see what we get. Summon Forest, Summon Mana Viper, and Summon Cactus Giant. So like mid-level summoning. Don't know how I feel about that one. Might have to just let it slide on by for now. Hopefully we can gain some piety before too late, and Sif can be a real one in that regard. Jeez, that's another... I was gonna say elite, but unique, I guess, is what they're called, that I don't want to face. Oh, Snorg is up and about, hey? That's it. I woke up Snorg. They were supposed to have a sleep-in day. We were supposed to let them relax today, but... Okay, I guess here goes nothing. Let's try and net you. Nope. Let's try and cure you. Also nope. Very cool. Very neat. We have ID scrolls? Oh, probably. That stack of 11. That'd make some sense. Oh my gosh, Confusion in Clouds. That's perfect. Man, trolls really do heal up too much though, you know? It's just not fair, really. Turn it into a Tarantella, Torpor Snail, or a Queen Bee? Probably nope to all of those. Could just leave if we want to stay alive.